always been a trading
Very good.
nation.
Okay, so we're going to do page 42 today, talking about Canada's economy. Canada's economy. Let's see. Mohammed, would you like to start reading where it says a trading nation?
Okay. A trading nation. Canada has always been a trading nation, and commerce remains the engine of economy growth as Canadians. We could not maintain or standard of living uh, without without engineering
Engaging.
That word is engaging. Engaging.
engaging entered with other nations.
Yeah, you can keep going. Keep going.
In 1988, Canada in, enacted free trade with the United States. Mexico became a brancher in 1994 in the broader North American free trade agreement agreement uh, NFT with over 444 million people and over 1 trillion in merchandise tired in 2008. Today, Canada has one of the 10 largest economies in the world and is part of the G8 group of leading industrialized containers with the United States, Germany, the United Kingdom, Italy, France, Japan, and Russia.
Very good. Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, so let's look at some of the ideas here. So it says Canada has been a trading nation. So that's the only way we can survive. We trade with other countries. It's very important for Canada. And our standard of living. So it says we maintain our standard of living. That standard of living it just was how we live in Canada. You know, people have houses, we have food, people have jobs, many people have money. So that's our standard of living, the way we live. So we could not have a good standard of living if we didn't trade with other countries. So trading with other countries is very, very important to Canada. Yeah, that's what it's saying there. And then in 1988, Canada enacted, so this word enacted, that means just to start. They started the free trade with the United States. And then in 1994, they included Mexico as a free trade partner. So it was United States, Mexico, and Canada. And so the three countries called the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA. Try to remember that because that might be a question. What does NAFTA mean? It means North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA. And so those three countries, we have 444 million people in three countries.
44.
And then $1 trillion in merchandise in 2008, just to give you an idea. So they $1 trillion in trade in 1 year with three countries. So it's very, very important to Canada that we trade with the United States and Mexico. It's called NAFTA. And then the last part here, it says, Canada is part of a group called the G8, the G8. And that just means that's just That's just 8 countries that have the biggest economies. So 8 countries that they have the most money produced, and they produce the most things in the world. And so we're one of the 10 largest economies in the world. And United States, Germany, United Kingdom, Great Britain, Italy, France, Japan, and Russia, they're all part of the G8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Canada is 8. So all these countries, they try to work together to try to help, the trade. They trade with each other, and they try to work together to keep their economy strong. That's what a G8 means, group of 8. So try to remember that. Try to remember that G8 group, because that might be a question. I'm not sure if they're going to ask you all the countries. They might. The United States, Germany, United Kingdom, Italy, France, Japan, Russia, and Canada. Yeah. Okay. So those are the main things to try to remember in that part. Trading nation. NAFTA, trade is important for our standard of living. And then 1988 started free trade with the United States. 1994 with Mexico. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's go down here. And this is just, the pictures are just showing different ways our parts of our economy. So this is oil in Alberta, and these are lobsters from Atlantic Canada, so seafood, and this is hydroelectricity. So this is electricity from water, and that's in Quebec. These are 3 parts of our economy. Okay. Okay, so the next part here, let's see. Maybe we'll get Zaniba to read this one. It says service industries. It says Canada's economy includes 3 main types of industries. 3 types. So could you do service industries, please, Zaniba?
Okay, so service industry profit thousands of the different jobs in the areas like transportation, education, healthcare, construction, banking, communications. What is that, teacher? Communication, retail service, tourism, and government. More than 75% of working Canadians now have jobs in service, industrial,
Yeah,
yeah,
industry. Industry.
industries.
Yeah, very good, very good. So the service industry, that 75%, so 3/4 of Canadians have jobs in the service industry. Yeah, that's a lot. So the most Canadians have jobs in the service industry. Yeah, okay. So, but there's many different parts of service: transportation, trains, buses, education, like teachers, healthcare, doctors, nurses, construction, building, banking, communications. So that could be things like, in Kitchener here, we have Google. We have a big Google headquarters. So that would be service industry. That would be communications. Retail, that's just stores. Tourism and government. And government is very big. Many people have jobs in government in Canada. So these are all the different types of service industries. But try to remember this, that what is the biggest, where do most Canadians work? It's in the service industry. That will be a question, because 75% of Canadians work in the service industry. Yeah, very good. Service industry. Okay. And let's see. Manal, would you like to read where it says manufacturing industries? Would you like to read that part?
Here, teacher, manufacture,
Yeah, manufacturing.
make products to sell in Canada and around the world. Manufacture products, products,
Produce.
products
Oh, I'm sorry,
include
manufactured. I'm sorry, manufactured products. Manufactured.
products included paper, high, the this this traditionally goal. What this teacher?
It's really close. It's a so that one is technology.
Technology and
Technology.
cube payment
Good. Equipment.
are space.
Oh, I gave you the difficult one today, Mana.
Yeah.
So
Technology,
good.
automobility, machinery,
Good.
food,
Yeah.
co, co, con, co, co,
Clothing.
clothing, and many other codes. Our largest in institutional writing printer is the United States.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Okay. Good.
very
Very
good.
good. It's difficult, but you did it. It's very good. Okay. So manufacturing industries. Manufacturing just means to make. This is the industries where people make things. That's all it means. It's a big word, but it just means to make things. And so it says manufacturing products, they make products to sell in Canada and around the world. So these are the many products that are made in Canada. So paper is a very big one. High technology equipment. So in this area where we live, there are many companies that are making high technology equipment like mobile phones or cell phones, and many other things. That's high technology equipment. Aerospace technology. Aerospace is things that fly, and like some of it is things like when they do trips to the International Space Center. So on the spaceships. So they make technology for that. And it's also things like high level airplanes and things like that. So some parts of Canada, they make those. Automobiles is just a big word for cars. That's all it is. And they make cars here in Cambridge. They make cars in Woodstock. Yeah, so there's many places where they make cars close to where we are. Machinery, that's just machines, just making machines. Manufacturing food, clothing, and other goods. Yeah, so the manufacturing is very important. It doesn't have as many people working for it as service industry, but it's still very important. And this is the important thing. It says our largest international trading partner is the United States. So in our United States is very, very important to Canada because we trade with them more than any country in the world. Yeah, so we trade back and forth with them more than any country in the world. So our trading relationship is very important, very, very important. And Canada is very important to the United States too, because we trade with them and they trade with us, and so we're very important partners in trade. Yeah. Okay. So that's manufacturing. Manufacturing. Let's see. Natural resource industries. Natural resources. let's see, Rashid, would you like to read where it says natural resources industries? Please.
Natural resources industries include forestry, fishing, agriculture, mining, and energy. These industries have played an important part in the country's history and development. Today, the economy of many areas of the country still depends on developing natural resources, and a large percentage of Canada's exports are natural resources commodities.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Natural resource. Yeah, so when Canada started as a country, that's pretty much all we had. Was even before Canada was a country, when the English and French first came here, that's all we had. We had beavers, we had farming, we had fishing. So those were the main things. Natural resources. Those are things that you get from the ground or from the sea or from the land. Yeah, and some of these things, I'm not sure. No, they're simple. They're simple ideas, but maybe you don't know the words. So forestry, that just means wood. Forestry, fishing, you know fishing. Agriculture is farming, so that's just growing. Mining is taking things from the ground, like coal or gold or silver. Mining, that's when you take things from the ground. And energy, we have oil and natural gas, and we have solar energy, and we have energy, we have electricity from water. These are very important natural resources. Yeah, it says these industries played an important part in the country's history. Yeah, so they were very important to Canada starting. And in some parts of Canada, these are the most important. It's like in Alberta, oil is still very important to them. Very, very important. Yeah, okay, so that's really what you have to think about for natural resources. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Let's go to page 43. Go up here. Okay. I just wanted to show you some of these pictures while we're doing this here. I don't know if you can see this. You can see in your book the pictures. This is on page 43. So this is a car manufacturing in Oakville. That's the Ford plant, make Ford cars in Oakville. And this is a research laboratory, so science and research. And right now they're working on a Canadian vaccine right now for COVID-19, so made in Canada vaccine. And this was from this area. RIM's BlackBerry. RIM was a very, very big company in this area, and they made the BlackBerry mobile phone or cell phone. And they're still a big company, but they're not as big as they were. But yeah, BlackBerry is very big in this area. And then in Niagara area, they have grapes for wine and things like this. So that's just some of the parts of our economy they're showing there. Okay, so let's see. Ghazala, would you like to do some reading today? Let's try. Would you like to read some of this here? It says Canada enjoys.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. Canada enjoys close relations with the United States, and each is the another's largest trading uh, partner. Ba- partner.
Partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over there, over three countries of Canada export are destined for the USA.
In fact, we have the biggest planetary training r- relationship, okay, in the world.
Can you,
In-
good, could you stop for a sec, please? Because I just wanted to talk about the ideas here. So Canada is the United States' closest trading partner, and United States is Canada's closest trading partner, and also the biggest. So we trade more with the United States than any country in the world, and they trade more with us than any country in the world. So this is a big important thing. It says 3/4, so 75% of all the things Canada exports goes to the United States. That's very, very big. So 75% of everything that we export, natural resources, manufactured goods, services, it all goes to the United States. And then this says we have the biggest bilateral trading relationship. Bi means two. Whenever you see bi, like bicycle, that means two cycles, two wheels. Bilateral, that means going back and forth to two countries. We have the biggest trading between two countries in the world, of any two countries in the world, Canada and United States. So the United States is very, very important to Canada, and Canada is very important to United States. When the new president was started his job in the United States, the first country he called was Canada, because our trade is very important to both countries. Yeah, very good. So try to remember that the biggest bilateral trading relationship, that might be a question, Canada and United States. Okay, and then Ghazala, would you like to continue integrated, please?
Integrated Canada USA supply change complete with the rest of the world. Canada export population billions
Billion, yeah,
of
billion.
dollars with the energy uh, energy products in the stereo goods manish manually
Machinery,
machinery okay machinery in gram equipment
good, equipment,
what Brian
equipment.
equipment yeah
Yes.
out automotive
Automotive, that just means cars. Cars, yeah.
okay culture fishing and forestry products and consumer goods every year. Millions of Canadians and Americans cross every year and in safety what is traditional traditionally new as the world's largest uni- undefeated board border.
Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, so again, they're just talking about how important Canada and United States are to each other. So, so integrated supply chains. So what happens, in Canada and United States, we make cars. But what happens is they make parts for some cars in Canada, and then they send the parts to United States. And then the United States puts parts on the car, and then they send the part of the car back to Canada. And then Canada sends it back to the United States. It goes back and forth. And so there's many things like that, but the manufacturing of cars, making cars, is one of these called these integrated supply chains. So they supply parts back and forth from Canada to the United States to make cars. It says compete with the rest of the world. Yeah, so it is one of the best in the world. And Canada exports billions of dollars, so billions of dollars of energy, so oil and gas and natural gas, things like that. Industrial goods. Industrial goods just means things that are made, like tools and things like that. Machinery again is just machines. Equipment. Automotive, that just means cars. Agriculture, that means things we grow. Like we give them a lot of milk and wheat. We give a lot of wheat, things like that. Fishing, we go back and forth. They get a lot of lobsters from Canada. There's a lot of lobsters. Forestry means wood. So from British Columbia, they get a lot of wood, and they use that to build their houses and things. And consumer goods. Yeah. So those are the many things that go back and forth between Canada and the United States. And millions of Canadians and Americans cross the border every year. Maybe not now, but usually every day and every year, millions of Canadians and Americans go back and forth for work and for family and for many reasons. But so our border with the United States is, they always call it this, the world's longest undefended border. So we don't have armies on our border. You know, we don't do that, and we never have recently. So some parts of the border between United States and Canada goes through towns. So on one side of the town, you are in America, and the other side of the town, you are in Canada. Yeah, so there's funny places like that, but they call it the world's longest undefended border. Yeah, and I just want to show you this picture at the top here. Just a second. This is in your book too. You see, this is the type, this is a border, and you can walk back and forth between that as long as you, maybe not now, not with the problems we're having with COVID-19, but usually you can walk back and forth. The Peace Arch. Yeah, the Peace Arch. So we have a peaceful relationship with the United States. That's what, for many, many, many years, we've had a peaceful relationship with the United States. Okay, let's see. Maybe Zaniba, would you like to read the last little bit here at Blaine? Would you like to read that, please?
Sorry. Okay. At Blaine, in the state of the Washington, the Peace Arctic inscribed with the world's children of the common mother and Britain dwelling together in united symbolized. Is that correct, teacher?
That's right. Good. Symbolizes. Good.
Symbolizes our close ties and common interests.
Interests. Very good. Very good. So on that Peace Arch, on this Peace Arch here. Okay. So and that's in Washington, and that's in the West Coast. So what they say on that is they say children of a common mother. So when you think of it, both the United States and Canada started the same way. I mean, they started with the French and the English coming over to now the United States has some Spanish, but mostly it's the French and the English coming. And then all the history of Canada is also the history of United States, the early history. So the children of a common mother, that means we have the same mother. We have the same mother, United States and Canada. And then this says brethren dwelling together in unity. Brethren just means brothers. That means we are brothers and we are living together united. That's what it means. So that's what it says on the arch. So those are very important connections we have with the United States. And the United States is very important to Canada, and Canada is very important to the United States. Yeah, very, very important. Okay, so let's try some questions. I think we'll be okay with these questions. Let's see. Rashid, would you like to try this first question, please?
In what year did Canada enact free trade with the United States? Oh,
Okay.
can I say 1892?
No, it was way closer, just recent. That was pretty far away. So it wasn't that long ago, not that long ago.
1988?
Yeah, 1988. Very good. 1988. Okay. And then let's see. Now, can you do this question, please?
And teacher.
Manal, can you do this one? I think everybody's muted.
Okay, teacher.
we
What
go.
does need natural mean? North America Free Tourist Agent? 1 second, teacher.
Yeah, take your time. NAFTA.
North America Free Tire Agreement.
Yeah, so what number?
North America Free. The last.
Yeah, the
first
last.
one. The last one. The last one.
Very good. North America Free Trade Agreement. Very good. Free Trade Agreement. Good. And then let's see. Mohammed, would you like to do this one?
Brian, what is the native agreement? Is number one.
Yeah, good. Free trade between Canada, United States, and Mexico. NAFTA. They call it NAFTA. Good. And then let's see, Gonzalo, would you like to do this one?
Yeah, Canada's economy is among two top 10.
Yeah, good. The top 10. Good. Good. And then Zaniba, would you like to do this one? Let's see. A sec. Yeah, Zaniba, can you do this one? You're muted, Zaniba.
I'm reading, but you no one hear me. Yes.
We can't hear you.
I didn't see if I'm What are Canada's main types of the industries? Industry is service, manufacturing, and natural. Let's see the first one, teacher.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. I think you're right. Yeah, very good. Service, manufacturing, and natural resources. Good. And then Rashid, can you do this one, please?
Okay, in what area do Canadians mostly work no, nowadays? Service industries.
Yeah, I think you're right. Service industries. Yeah, very good. 75%. Good. And then Manal, can you do this one, please?
Okay, teacher. Which industry have a plan in employment bar in Canada's story and development? Mm, First one, teacher.
So what this, do you understand the question? The question is saying the history of Canada. Like when you
Okay,
think of the history of Canada,
okay.
which one was important for the history when Canada first started in the history of Canada? Which one was very important?
Which one? Second?
So the second one is like things like government and restaurants and things like that. So that wouldn't be when Canada first started. So it's not number one, not number two.
Number three.
So
Number three,
three is,
teacher.
yeah, number three is right because that was like you know, with the beaver pelts, right? And the beaver
Yeah.
skin and the wood and fish and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So that would be right. Natural resources when Canada first started. Good. And then let's see, Mohammed, can you do this one?
Who is Canada's largest international trading brancher?
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah, United States. And then Gazala, can you do this one, please?
How much of Canadian export are destined for the USA? Number 2 over 3 quarters.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, very good. Over 3/4. Good. And then Zaniba, can you do this one, please?
Yes, teacher. Um, what is traditionally known as the world's longest invaded border? Both Canadian, Atlantic, and Pacific Ocean. Mexican and this. Or Canada and USA border.
Yeah, that's the world's longest undefended border. Good. And then Rashid, can you do this one, please?
Okay. Which of the following statement is false about Canada-USA relationship? They have the biggest bilateral trading relationship in the world. Canada exports almost no goods to USA. They have the world's largest, okay, millions of Canadians. Number two.
Yeah, that's number 2. That's false. Good. And then Manal, can you do this one, please?
Okay, teacher. Which of the following symbolizes the close shares and common in- interests of Canada and the United States? United States.
This one is that little picture on page 43 at the very top. That little picture and the words beside it at the very top of page 43.
Maybe.
هذا رفيقتي بعد 3 منال 3 خلاص.
Number 3, teacher.
Can you see that, Manal, the page 43 in your book? At the very
Yes.
top, there's a little
Yeah,
picture.
I see, yeah. The
Yeah.
place are to print wassailing. Yeah, number 3, teacher.
Yeah, the peace arch. The peace arch.
Arch, yeah.
Arch just means like this, up like a movement like that. That's an arch. Yeah, peace arch. Okay, good. Okay, and then Mohammed, can you do this one, please?
Okay. Which following containers are part of the G8? It's number 1.
Are you okay? No.
Germany, the United States.
China.
1 second, please.
Yeah, take your time, because there's a lot of countries. So maybe number 1. Take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 8
Last one,
countries.
last
8
one,
countries. Last one. Oh, United States. Oh,
Yeah, last one.
last one, Brian.
This one here? Okay. Yeah, because see, the number 1 has China in.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
And,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
they're trying to trick you there. Yeah, no,
I
they're trying to
remember
trick.
when you're talking about 8 countries with together.
Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay, let's try. Yeah, very good. Very good.
But here
trying-
is kind of different, a little bit
They're
different.
trying to trick you there. And then Gazelle, can you do this one?
Okay. How much merchandise trade was in Flowfield within a FTA in 2008?
Yeah, so whenever you see this is, they just use, they say NAFTA.
Yeah, number 2, over 1 trillion.
Yeah, $1 trillion. That's a lot of money. Okay, and let's see. Zaniba, can you do this one, please?
Yes, okay, teacher. And what is the G8? What's the G8? The group of the 8 leading industrial countries. Number 1, group.
Very good, very good. Good. And then Rashid, can you do this one, please?
Okay. Which industries make products to sell in Canada and around the world? Service and manufacturing. Okay. Trading industries.
So this one is make. The word is make, right?
Make
Which one is-
manufacturing.
Yeah, manufacturing.
Yeah.
Very good. Good. And then now can you do this one? I'll make it a little smaller so you can read. I don't know if you can read that. Can you read that? But now can you do this one?
So which including to turn population, how to cut. Second teacher.
Which one? Remember there was 3 types of industries, right? And Rashid just did manufacturing. We did manufacturing. So there's 2 left. There's natural resources or service.
Service.
Yeah, so these might be service because things like you know, education, banking. Yeah. Service. Yeah, very good. Service industry. Very good. Very good. Okay. And then let's see. Mohammed, can you do this one, please?
Okay. To which industries do products such as paper, high uh, technology, uh, equipment, equipment uh,
Okay.
aerospace, technology, automobiles, machinery, food and clothing, uh, bowling too.
Yeah. So which industry? Third foot?
The number two, manufacturing.
Yeah. Manufacturing. They're all things that people you make, right? Yeah, very good. They're all made. Very good. Okay.
Last
And then Gisela, can you do this one?
To which in distress do for forestry, fishing, agriculture, culture, mining, and energy blowing. Okay. Last one, natural resources in deserts.
Very good. Good job. Okay.